Hi, Mike Sarah here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
Good smells.
Smell the bad ones too.
It smells
Welcome
like garlic.
back to another fantastic episode of Customer States Podcast, where we talk about almost everything in the automotive.
What's up,
automotive
bitches?
Yeah.
Yay!
I wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud.
Yeah, well, me too. So my name is Mike. I do lots
Hi,
of
Mike.
things in the automotive industry. I've been in it for almost 16 years, which feels like a literal lifetime.
You should probably pull out.
Yeah, well,
Never.
Never mind.
Where's Ike?
don't kick the baby.
What?
Huh?
Oh,
Tina?
what?
I'm confused.
He said, I'm Mike. I said, where's Ike?
Oh, in the other package.
Oh, like the can in the other
Mike and Ike's.
package.
Mike and Ike.
Yeah, those are great candies, by
Okay,
the way.
well, we should end the podcast
really
now because
not.
that was fucking terrible.
You don't
really
like
are
you
not.
don't like Mike and Ike's.
They're licorice.
thin- them, they're
No, you're
not
thinking of
my
the other
favorite.
ones, Good and Plenty's.
What's a Mike and Ike? Is that the jelly ones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
things
they're
like-
look
the
like
capsule
oversized
shape.
jelly
different
beans. Yeah.
colored.
The things my dad eats all the time.
Have you had the tropical ones?
I would have to imagine I have. Yes, I do actually like Mike and Ike's. So, as Eric has
Again
alluded
in the
to,
back.
let's get to cracking. Oh,
My,
we go.
hey, look.
I popped my cherry.
My can's defective. Oh, there it
Oh,
goes.
shit. Hey, do you guys have wisdom teeth?
Use your dick
yes,
to
I
open it.
only have two.
So you only have two, but you've never gotten them pulled?
No, yes, I've gotten two of them pulled, so I have two
Have
on the
you?
other side.
I have all my wisdom teeth
In your mouth.
No, in his ass.
in my ass.
Well, I'm just clarifying. That's terrifying, by the way. Ass teeth.
It just nibbles on the tip a little bit.
I know Jake's had his removed.
I had all four removed at once. That was fun.
I'm sure she looked like a chipmunk.
Oh, yeah. And also when the dentist says, don't sleep on your back because if you snore, you'll choke on your own blood. That's great to fall asleep to.
So, speaking of that, I went to the dentist recently for the
dentist?
first time in 14 years.
Oh yeah, you never told me how
You
that
went to Torgenson.
But they didn't clean my... She just looked and said, your mouth is shit.
That's true.
And
That's
she
fair.
she looked at me for like 15
know.
seconds.
She's a goth.
And was like, oh, your teeth are terrible. I went to this dentist. They're like, your mouth is amazing for not having a teeth cleaning in 14 years because I fucking take care of my teeth. I'm not a nasty bitch.
Wow.
But I have a very small mouth, you guys.
Yes, she
and so I
does.
had to get
I'm sorry,
special
Jake.
I know.
x-rays. We manage.
We do.
I had to get special x-rays taken where it's like a thing that goes all the way around your head. And it turns out that I have 2 wisdom teeth still in my mouth.
In the bottom.
in the bottom, and one of them is like completely sideways. Like the top of the tooth is facing my other teeth.
And the other one's like at
And
a 45
it's
degree angle.
pressing on the nerve, but I have no pain.
Is that
at
what
all.
I felt back there?
Stop it. That's not true. That's how rumors get started.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Low hanging fruit.
I have questions.
What's the question?
2 questions. First one. Are you going to have it or them removed?
I have to meet with my actual dentist, and he's going to say if he thinks it needs to be removed, but my teeth are all like crowded at the bottom.
Yeah, if you get rid of that stuff in the back, that real estate in the back, then you'll have more room for your.
Invisalign.
Your teeth naturally move over time. You want to try and stop that or halt that with good proper root placement, which can be.
God, is that
I
a
was just
different
about to
hat
say,
that
like,
you wear?
you act like you know what you're talking about.
His parents, his mom's a
I
fucking
know
shit.
there was sarcasm there,
Dental
bitch.
dentist.
And
She's a dentist,
and he's
not a hygienist.
And he's a fucking autist. So what do you think he?
What's that?
Autistic. So of course he's gonna know.
That's rude. I think we're all a
You're
little
not
autistic.
wrong. You're not wrong.
He's a savant.
Oh my
So
god.
speaking of savants,
He's got a
Eric,
touch of the tisms.
Eric, who are you?
I'm me. I had another question though.
Oh wait, okay, sorry.
Well, it wasn't really a question, but that scan isn't that special because I got the same one and my mouth is twice the size as yours.
Well, they couldn't see, so my insurance only pays for one
think the
or
same
the
way.
other, and they decided to give me the scanny one for free because they're like, we need to see what's going on
They still
Freebie.
did the same thing to
in
me.
your mouth.
Any gays? I'm Eric Montenegro.
Eric just doesn't want me to
Hi.
feel special.
You're very special.
You're special ed, and I love that about you.
I was just really excited about my tooth. Like I was like, "Can I take a picture of the screen?" She's like,
Sideways.
"I'll print it for you, so I'll send you guys the picture."
I have the picture of my broken toe. Same thing. It
See,
was very cool.
it's exciting.
Send it. It is cool shit.
It's like bones on the outside of your body,
Yes, that's what an X-ray looks like. Yes.
but your teeth are like
Bones.
exposed bones,
Yeah.
External bones.
outside bones.
Who are you?
It's a bit of an oxymoron.
I'm Allie.
I didn't finish saying
Oh,
who I
I'm
was.
sorry.
All right,
Can
you
I-
finishing your questions.
I know.
on.
I'm sorry. I'm Eric.
Don't
Hi.
apologize.
I've been a technician for almost 6 years now.
Hi.
Not much longer though.
Hello.
Hi, Eric.
What?
Hi, Eric.
What? Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
And to my left is this gorgeous, bodacious,
Babe.
amazing redhead.
Hi. It's me.
And the carpet does match the drapes.
Because Eric's
No.
seen it.
No.
It's hardwood, baby.
I know it's hardwood floors, but it's a redwood.
Mahogany.
I'll be here all fucking.
Mahogany.
Wait, I have so many questions.
Actually, it's Jake's wood. I'm sorry. I was proud of myself for that
Hi,
one.
I'm Allie Paul, and I do a very professional job. I'm a warranty administrator.
Oh fuck.
I administrate all of the warranties. Well, actually, only new car warranties. I don't do like factory, like extended service contract stuff.
That's up to your service advisors, since
It
they don't do anything
is.
else, right?
I might end up doing like some administration regarding like aftermarket like administration. I already said that, but like applying for it in the deals and stuff.
Okay. Cool.
This is really good. You should try this. Also, this looks like a candy corn.
It does look like candy corn. Who's to your left?
To my left is the most handsome, the most nicest, never interrupts ever.
The biggest cock in the room.
Slop, slop,
Well,
slop.
technically, the person
is
to my
to
left
your
is
left.
now Koa, and she's introduced herself. Jake Rikus!
Hi.
Hi, Jakey.
Hello.
Oh,
Jeez. So I'm Jake, and I'm going on my 5th year, which is so much fun.
yay!
I'm
Thanks.
I'm an assistant service manager again, which is nice. Surprise
Right.
to everybody.
Congratulations.
Yes. So fun stuff, new fun things to come. And And yeah, I mean, every day is a living hell, but you know,
Welcome to the automotive industry.
Somebody's got to do it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Indubitably.
Only built for the tough.
Yes. So, ooh-wee.
I heard you came to the dark side.
I did what? The dark side. Yes. The Sidger.
The Sidger.
Sidger.
CDJR.
Sidger.
Is that what we're doing now?
Oh my God, dog.
Go on, please, girl.
Michael, call her. She's attacking
Okay, everybody. She's not.
Alaire doesn't know how to control herself. That's why.
How is this my fault?
So, thank you, because I was in weird stereo there for a second.
Interesting.
So I went to go visit Kerr, and we have an old Miata that needed the... No, other way. There you go.
There you go.
We have an old Miata that was looked at by one of our new lubies, and good on him for noticing that the lower control arm bushings were cracking, splitting, all of that. However, with, you know, not as much experience as one would need for older vehicles,
Or lack of equipment.
did not know that these particular control arms do not come as a complete set.
Oh, that's fucking wonderful.
The bushings need to be pressed, which is a pain in the ass, especially when you don't have the right effing tools to do the job. And it would be nice if we had a fucking press, but we don't. Anyways, so...
Seems like it was a bit of a pressing issue.
and we were pressed for time. But anyways.
I get it.
So we had it at a couple of shops for whatever reason. I guess these were giving all the shops that we asked for help with so much trouble that nobody was able to do it. So
The suspense is killing me.
So Mr. Oh boy. So Mr. Kerr helped me out big time, and their shop foreman was helping me, you know, press these in. They were still giving us problems. So Foreskin. So he is going to be getting the tools and finishing it up tomorrow. But the main bit of this story is when I left, I texted Kier and I told him, hey, you know, thanks for the help. Appreciate it for letting me come over and try. And he was like, yeah, he's all like, I'm sorry it didn't work out. It was kind of a waste of time. I'm like, no, I truly appreciate the help. And he goes, it was a bit of a clusterfuck there. And I'm like, yeah, towards the end it really was. And then he goes, as soon as I saw it was like two monkeys fucking a football, I figured I'd see my way out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Goodness.
I thought that was really funny.
I thought it was quite funny too.
Fucking a football.
There was another one that he said too. Circle jerk.
Yes. Bit of a circle jerk.
It turned into quite a circle jerk.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Kirk.
I don't mind participating.
You're always a
You
giver.
weren't invited.
I know.
He's a giver. So we'll see if that gets done tomorrow. The customer's not happy because we sold it and then we ordered the wrong parts and then they couldn't press in the bearings, and now we're going on the third or fourth day for just a lower control arm job, which is embarrassing. So yeah.
I know I missed part of it. Did you explain what you do not have a press or something like that?
That's
We do
correct.
not.
Okay.
We do not, unfortunately. So everything caught on fire.
It's depressing.
Not literally.
Impressing.
Brutes.
So, and
It seems like a highly volatile situation.
I was going to say, speaking of on fire, I'll move on to this. This week was the week of either God trying my patience or just every idiot that owns a Mazda decided to come out of the woodwork.
That part.
Yeah. So I've got
other people drive Mazdas other than. No.
Stop it.
Yeah.
at least I don't have a tiny dick driving a Ford Ranger.
It's a motherfucking Ford Ranger.
Oh, sure. You can make fun of my car.
I technically have the epitome of somebody with a little dick vehicle.
Have you guys seen the
Fuck, that's good.
videos going around that's like of people driving
right.
tiny cars, and it's like, I drive a tiny car because I have a big wiener.
No.
You haven't. I'm gonna
Nobody
send
has
it
seen
next
that.
time I see one.
That's very funny.
I was talking about my lifted truck.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
that exists.
Kind of.
with the idiots coming out of the woodwork, and I've got multiple stories this week, so we'll get to the second one. But with this one, my dispatcher on whatever fucking day it was takes a phone call. I can tell he's kind of getting a little flustered. He's a bit of a flustered guy to begin with, but he's good at what he does. But he gets, I get it. Some people handle stupidity better, some don't. Either way. So he gets done with the call, and I ask him, I'm like, what was that all about? And apparently this lady she's been here before. She's having problems with rodents. If you live in our area, a lot of people live backed up to open space.
Yeah.
It's gonna fucking happen. You got to take preventative measures. Even with it, there's no fucking guarantee. If a rat or a bunny or a squirrel get in your car, you're fucked. And you just keep your fingers crossed that they don't shoot something important. And of course, there's all the preventative measures. There's the dryer sheets. There's the Irish Spring soap.
We've talked about
There's
this.
all of that crap.
The little rave party for them that makes the little noise
Exactly.
and flashing light.
Beep, poof,
Yeah.
poof.
I got one of those
Shirts
to
and
scare
pants and
away
shirts and pants and
gophers, and
shirts
it doesn't
and
work, you guys.
Yeah.
Boots.
The one thing that we have found that works, boots and cats, correct. The one thing that we have found that works relatively well is a product called Sheriff Spray.
Sheriff.
Sheriff, like deputy sheriff. Sheriff Spray. Sheriff Rodent Spray. If you guys ever hear this, sponsor us. And it is just concentrated peppermint oil. That's it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And it works. It really does. It's like we've had customers who have had nonstop problems, tried everything. They use this and it stops. You have to continue to treat your car or they come back, but it works. So
Apparently that works for ants, too.
Not to knock our new sponsor, but can't you just get like peppermint oil and put it in a spritzer bottle?
Absolutely. Yes, you can. Okay. Now, of
Just
course,
consult your local
New age
auntie.
hippie.
She'll get you some essential oils.
And crystals for deodorant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, oh boy. Now, granted, on the bottle there is another chemical that's like 0.001, and then the other 99.6 is inactive ingredients. So you'd never know. But either way, it claims it's all natural.
It's reindeer piss.
Right.
Snake oil.
I guess this lady called and was freaking out and asking, hey, how and where do I put this stuff? And he was trying to explain, it's peppermint oil, so technically speaking, you can spray wherever you want. But what we tell customers is behind the wheels and the wheel well, because they like to climb up through there, and inside of the engine compartment, all along the edging, spray on top of the battery, spray on top of the engine cover.
Edging.
Generally, that's fine. It's a good start.
Do not cut.
And I guess she was freaking out because on the bottle it says it's flammable. She's like, well, I can't spray it on a hot car. It'll catch on fire.
So wait till the car cools down.
So for one, he's explaining it's like it's not going to catch on fire even with a hot car. You're not spraying it on anything that's going to be that hot, number one, to have it combust. And she's like, but it says it's flammable. It's like, yes, it's oil based. Of course they have to. Yeah. What are we going to do today?
Something we did yesterday.
And
Don't get me there because I will lose my shit again.
She's gonna get the church giggles. Careful.
yeah, she's gonna come. And we told her it's like anything that's oil solvent based. They have to say it's flammable because some idiot out there lit himself on fire. So, but we're like, it's fine. She's like, no. Can I please come in and you guys can spray it on the car for me?
1 hour.
And
1 hour of labor.
And
Pay me.
apparently he said, yes, that's fine. Well, lucky me. Of course, I'm the one who gets this customer. And it's all luck of the draw because we all take turns just to keep it fair. It's easy that way. It's a smaller service department. Who gives a
You have,
damn?
what, 3 riders?
Three
Like,
riders.
yeah.
So it's just round robin. Whatever. Don't care. Of course, I land and win the lottery with this lady.
I feel like she's a Shelley.
I forget her name.
It's Shelley.
No, I don't. But anyways, when she came in, I told her, and off of the 1 hour, you're 100% right on.
You did?
You're 100% right on that. I tell her, look, It's like if you're, she was kind of going with, I'd like you to treat it, but I also like you guys to look and clean up anything if they've got.
Okay.
So I'm like,
so it's an inspection
so I'm
at
like,
this point.
no problem.
She wants you to check out D's nuts.
Yeah.
Her undercarriage.
I'm like, no problem. We are more than happy to do that for you. It's an hour of labor. It's going to be $198 if you want us to do that. She kind of looks at me and she goes, oh, okay. Well, I also need to bring it in about 30 days to get an oil change. And I'm like, okay, well,
can do this.
Let's look at it this way then. How about you do the oil change? It comes with a free inspection. I will treat the car, and the tech's going to go through all of that anyways. And it's cheaper. So she was happy with that. So if we clean it up, we do all of that. I treat the car, all good and dandy. So car wraps up, text her, say, hey, the car's all ready to go. And she goes, well, why did you treat it? And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? She goes, well, why didn't you treat it with me watching?
What?
I'm like, because it was up in the air and I was able to get under the vehicle, places where you can't reach. I'm like, I will show you where you can do from this point forward. She was very weird with that, how she was like, well, I wanted to watch you. Either way, I don't know what's
suspecting that.
I don't know if she
suspecting
that you didn't do it or something.
and that's
like
the only thing
Yeah.
that made me. But when she showed up, I'm like, look, I will show you how you do this. And when you walk up to your car, just so you know I did it, your car is going to smell like a candy cane.
Yeah.
Severely. And
That's
sure.
not the worst thing.
No. But it's to prove that we did it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I
And
see.
sure enough, she walked up, and I mean, you get within like 3.5, 4 feet of that car, it reeks of peppermint. Yeah. So that was fine, and she leaves.
That's a lovely smell.
Yeah, and I told her, I'm like, it's better than most. And of course, she goes, well, why don't the dryer sheets work? I'm like, because it's all a gimmick.
Sometimes maybe
I
good,
disagree.
sometimes maybe shit.
What?
You think dryer sheets
They
work?
do work.
It's okay. Eric is correct. It all technically works. It's just if a rodent really wants to get in there and eat something, it's going to.
I believe that the actual problem, insert air quotes here, with that is that they wear out and
Yes.
the smell goes
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Yes.
You have to change them.
And you see those underneath the hoods, and they are pitch black, covered in crap.
So it's not
Been there
doing
for
the same
6
thing anymore.
months,
That's why they don't work, because people don't change them.
Well,
and he makes a good point.
at some point, I can see if you leave it there and it doesn't have, it quote unquote wears out, that you're literally just providing it with like the rodents with like bedding to make a home in your
After you leave it
in your
there,
engine.
after you leave it there for
compartment.
long enough, they will chew it up and use it as bedding.
It's like perfect, I would imagine. I'm not a
Second
rodent.
to the foam.
Yeah, the foam, the insulation under the hood, and the insulation under the engine cover, or the engine cover. Love that shit. Mm-hmm. So, anyways,
Any gays?
moving on.
Did it ignite?
What?
No, of course not.
Well, it seems flammable.
Well, we already did that one,
That's the one we just talked about.
but I just wanted to make sure. But
He
anyways,
just joined the conversation.
he was just scanning to make sure
Sorry,
that like we
miles
covered
away.
everything.
We
Miles away.
appreciate you scanning it.
Scanning the room.
Just scanning the room. Speaking of scanning, so we have the new
Et cetera.
dealership. So
Et
or
cetera.
the new store, the new owners, if you will.
Corporation that took over.
Yeah. And with the new system, you have the ability to scan all the ROs. So it's like relatively paperless, even though it's not paperless because we still like keep the hard
Half
copies.
paper,
Yeah. But the person who did our filing previously is a lovely lady, and the new company wanted to keep her on. They really didn't want to get rid of anyone, and so she is upwards of 70 years old,
She should retire.
and now,
Yeah.
she technically is retired.
Can you guys calm down?
Eric
stop.
is detaching my headphones.
I didn't know it too.
Do you need me to separate you two?
So
Don't make me turn this couch around.
I was gonna say pull this car over.
Scared.
So now
She's
instead
decrepit,
of
we get it.
filing, she has to use the scanner to scan the documents, which requires computer knowledge.
Which he does not have.
Also,
It's not a
all of
typewriter.
our time clocking in and out is now via like
The computer.
Fingerprints.
yeah, it's like
You got a fingerprint scanner.
yeah,
thing?
we use the Paycom app.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
Today, Junior.
she forgets, she doesn't know how to do it, and she's like she's my special friend. I've known her for 13 years. She's a wonderful lady, but you just have to be like very patient. So this is stepping into people
Decrepit.
who are more mature aren't great at technology.
Here, I'll be her anger translator. When you're old as shit, you don't know shit.
Yeah.
So the story goes is that I spent an hour and a half
Telling
today.
this story.
Wait, and I'm sorry to interrupt. How did you get fucking pulled into this? How did you get this fucking
Because she's too
task?
nice to say no.
Because the business manager is very busy
And you're not?
I am also busy. But she does not have the patience. And I'm with Jacob as a partner, so I have the patience of a saint.
Let the record
Are they
state that
clapping in the
people
background?
the
Yes, they are clapping in the
audience as
background.
well.
Yeah.
Well fucking done, Alaire.
Yeah, good for you, girl.
So, you know,
All
and
a bunch of assholes.
we've known each other for a really long time, and like I know how her brain works. Her brain is
Not
like
well.
I will not. So once she
Like a
knows
raisin.
how to do something and she's comfortable with it, she'll be able to do it no problem.
Then
Like
why
I
have you
got her
been called
going
back
on the
for-
other one because it takes
50
time.
times
Yeah,
to learn.
that's bullshit.
It takes time. So
She needs
I'm
to
telling her how to
retire.
do something, and she's hang on. Okay, so then what button do I push? And she's writing it down. Like press
Old people
scan
do that
button
crap.
bottom right corner. I'm just like, oh my god, I love you so much, but oh my god, I gotta go. Like I cannot do this forever. So we had to punch her in and out because she forgot because her fingerprint scanner wasn't working properly or she wasn't doing it right or whatever.
We all know it's the latter.
And well, I did go with her that day that it didn't work, and I was like, "Okay, put your finger up a
She's
little
so
lower."
old, her skin is moving around
I
so much.
don't know. It was dry, you know. Maybe
Crusty.
I don't know.
Her fingers falling off.
But we did do what we came to accomplish, and I am better for it. I am a very patient person, but my God, an hour and a fucking half, you
This
guys.
story took an hour and a fucking half.
So you get
I'm sorry.
Jacob,
I think it actually kind of went well with you talking about this old woman. The story just went on and on and on. You definitely led us to get this nice visual of this woman.
Oh, I didn't do this.
it's very close.
So when she sits down, can you see her tits out of her skirt?
That's so rude. I would
Jeez.
never speak ill of this woman.
As she walks you here.
You guys are fucking terrible.
Hey,
Is that her clam or
you
the
know,
tits?
You know, tits.
Oh my god.
You know, Allie, I'm going to be very brutally honest right now. She is a nice lady. However, she's got this hidden person that she is, where she went off on me once and she showed me what her true colors are, and she's a cunt.
There it is.
That's rude.
It's not rude.
It is rude.
No, if you don't help her or it's not done the way that she wants, she turns into a fucking cunt.
Okay.
Raging.
Twat waffle.
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
That's not why I told this story.
No.
But okay.
Here, I'm going to finish.
I just told this story because, like, hey,
I will-
it's nice that
I will finish it
our
off with-
company
wait.
is still employing people and giving people a chance that, you know.
Shouldn't be.
Well, yeah, but how else are you going to be able to pay somebody minimum wage that wouldn't do a job like that?
That's fair.
The elderly, though slow and decrepit, still can serve a purpose.
Yes. Yes. And Ali, I will finish this with
Refill
what I
the paper
said.
towels, please.
You are a very good person.
You are.
You have the patience of a saint.
Let the
and
record state.
And it is very nice of you to help this very, very, very old who should have been taken that should have been taken out back in Old Yellard, but
Fucking God.
We are not genociding the elderly.
I never said
Genocide is more than one.
I never said the elderly,
Well.
just her. No, she's not that bad, but she's not that great. I'm gonna save my next story for the
After
second
the
half.
break.
You should talk about your OTAs. Your OTA.
So I was reading some article or I saw some video or something like that.
You can
where-
read?
One?
No, not very well.
Wow, both
I
guys.
try it. I'm learning still. I saw.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you. Thank you. I saw some video, I believe it was, about how like this guy was talking about how his Tesla has these over-the-air updates where Tesla will come through and like make updates over the air to the software in various modules to fix minor bugs or make improvements to the vehicle or change functionalities.
So you don't have to be inconvenienced to come into the dealer.
And
I mean, that's smart.
and
you don't
he
have
was-
to inconvenience your service advisor.
he was talking about how like, oh, this software update did it says what it does on the readout in the stupid Tesla thing, and it says like, oh, it had minor bug fixes for this and that, and then it also unlocked this feature and that feature. But my whole problem with the over the air updates is that like your Wi-Fi in your house is spotty at best sometimes. Also, the fact of like if you don't time your updates or if the updates come at an improper time and you have to leave for work and it's like 45 minutes 30 minutes until vehicle is ready to be driven.
Don't you know that those updates are handled by his satellite?
Yeah, that's not Wi-Fi necessarily. Ford is through Wi-Fi. Other manufacturers are not. Stellantis is not.
Tesla uses his actual satellite. Satellite Wi-Fi.
Do that? What is wrong with you?
What, hitting my headphones?
Yeah, spatial awareness.
Stellantis does the same thing.
He uses his space.
Wait,
They
so
use
like Starlink is doing
Correct.
the Tesla stuff,
Correct.
and just randomly, like whenever
Correct.
it decides to.
Yeah.
When it finds that the car is in a proper area for the update, it uses Starlink.
I just think that's such a terrible idea.
At least that's how I understand it, is Starlink handles that.
No, any over the air updates, like all of that stuff should be handled at the dealership level because have you've gotten complaints? Does
Never. It'll run
Volkswagen
with the car
tried.
off. It doesn't matter. If you start the car, at the most, you just won't have use of the radio.
the vehicle's
for
got to
10
be
or
like
15
plugged in?
minutes.
It's got to be at a certain battery level. It's got to have like all this stuff.
Even the Mazdas have over-the-air updates, and we
Yeah,
haven't had
it'll-
issues, knock on wood.
Okay, so if the battery becomes disconnected halfway through the plug becomes disconnected halfway through the update, or like all these different number of random scenarios.
I
could
know what
happen
you're talking
and
about, how you're-
corrupts the file. You're screwed.
I know what you're talking about, how it might break the body control module. I have a feeling those types of updates that can like be done over the air
Are done at the dealership level.
Well, don't
They
have that
minor
risk.
things.
Right. There are safeties in place for stuff like that. It'll pause the update, whatever.
Yosemite
I just
Sam's
don't
here.
like the
You're
fact.
an old grumpy old man who doesn't like fucking things out of your control. That's what it boils down
Well,
to.
yes, that is absolutely.
don't like
correct.
change.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, like I think that's something that should be done at the dealership level. You're coming
People
in
don't
for
want to be
an update.
inconvenienced. People don't want to be inconvenienced.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yes,
Yes,
you in the
Alec.
back.
Luckily,
When-
you don't have to worry about that
Snorlax.
with your
Oh,
2000.
me.
Luckily, you don't have to worry about that with your 2004.
Ford, right?
Motherfucker, full run, bro.
Volkswagen tried this and it was an absolute failure because there was a whole thing where like they
Volkswagen,
did
so-
a recall for it. So even though it was updating over the air, you had to bring the vehicle in
To finish it.
see if it did it properly.
Yeah.
And then there was a thing of where
What's on your
it
butt?
wasn't updating in the system. Oh,
She's a sponsorship
she's
dog.
got a sticker on her ass.
That's awesome.
Sponsored but not sponsored.
But anyways,
No.
there was like a huge
No.
thing about how you couldn't tell if it was updated
No.
or not, and it was getting done twice, and it was a whole clusterfuck.
You know who is sponsored?
Us?
Truly,
We the fuck are
We the
by Nick
people.
Lowridge from Matco Tools, supplying us with Matco Tools and Milwaukee.
Nick, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you, man. I just really need new shoes.
she's got a splash guard sticker on her ass.
And also from Travis Ferris from Justice Brothers, supplying us with JB80.
Which helped me press in those
Hit distributing. Yes, that's right.
It was very smooth. Raymond, that
Yeah.
ranchito taco shop,
Creamy.
guac.
All of it. In my mouth.
In
Thank
and
you.
around mouth.
And everybody else, Norman Glazier, Dale Follett, all of you beautiful people.
Bruce Vane.
That's right. We appreciate all of you.
Don't take it in vain, call Bruce.
Just take it in the ass.
Oh boy.
We'll be right back.
Slop, slop, slop. Oh boy.
BRB.
Sounds like mac and cheese.
Something smells delicious in here.
Yeah, it does. I'm hungry. Jake, are you eating El Ranchito Taco Shop?
That looks amazing. What did you order?
Tacos.
What?
Guac.
Jake, are you choking? Get out of my way, Michael. He needs the Heimlich.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening again. Jake, you know you're allergic to avocado. One generic allergy medication later. Are you okay?
Yeah. Almost dying is so worth it to have some El Ranchito creamy guac. Thanks, Eric, for trying to save me, even though I wasn't joking.
I know. I just wanted to get you from behind.
Well, I guess this is a good time to tell everybody that if you're ever in the Inland Empire and are craving some great Mexican food, visit El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Seriously, I follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
El Ranchito Taco Shop.
More than just great Mexican food.
Jesus. What is wrong with you?
Jake was trying not to cough. And he was going like... Bam, 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 bam. I sang the wrong song.
You want to suck the food out of my teeth? Yeah.
That's disgusting. Wow.
Thanks, Bruce.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Yodelay.
You the lady.
That was good. That was good.
Well done.
Welcome back to our joke show. Customer states that's not funny. So
Why won't my car lock?
why won't my car lock?
My blood pressure's already so high just thinking about
Wait,
this.
do I know this one already?
Reel it in, Jacob.
Reel it
Reel
in.
it in. You'll have to do all the tongue pops today. Okay.
Yeah.
Save them for later.
Right. So, as stated earlier, it was a week of just trying, and
Your patient said, oh,
yes.
Alaire.
Speaking of trying,
I don't have one, so you guys need to do it right
life
now.
is like a hurricane.
Here in Duckburg.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, definitely not.
DuckTales.
Woo!
Thank you.
It was very trying for me this week. I had a lot of customers with, oh god, I just thought of, I just thought of another one. But we'll start with this one. First off, it was a very, very old lady who I can only explain to the people listening and the people here is if you could picture a woman who you would think her house smelled like cat piss, that's this lady.
Allie's coworker.
No, she doesn't have cats.
But
And
it still smells like cat piss.
It might.
so this lady walks in,
It doesn't. I take it back. I'm sorry.
and unfortunately, I am the one who looks up and makes eye contact. You know when you're at the grocery store and you know there's a crazy person in line with you, and someone decides to make eye contact so they talk to you?
I'm friendly.
And that's kind of how it works. You make eye contact with somebody who's nuts for whatever reason. They have imprinted on you. Congratulations, you have a best friend.
Yep.
Well, this is what happened to me. I look up from my computer as she walks in. We lock eyes.
It doesn't help that you're right by the door.
She
I know.
belongs to you now.
The duckling complex kicks in.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're really
She-
on it today.
She looks at me and she has that look on her face like, well, and I'm like, hi, ma'am, how can I assist you?
Welcome to Mazda.
Yeah, and she starts off the conversation with, "Why doesn't my car lock?" Okay,
I don't know.
That's a good fucking question.
off to a good start. And I'm like, "Okay, can you explain it a little bit more to me?" And she's like, "Well, what's there to explain? My car doesn't lock." I'm like, "Okay, what are you doing? Is there a specific door?" I'm like, "I just need a little bit more information to try and understand this. I get it doesn't lock, but what situation are you in that is causing this?" And she goes, "Well, it's mainly my trunk." Okay, I'm like, "Okay."
Well,
Oh, I already know. Oh, I want to chime in so bad, but I've been doing that to your past few stories.
And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm all
me.
like, "So what is the path that this is going on?" She goes, "Well, when I lock the car," I'm like, "Okay." And I walk up
Wait.
to the trunk to check to
I
see
fucking knew it.
if it's locked. It's never locked. I'm like,
Fucking knew it.
yeah. Okay.
everyone solved this
Yeah.
problem already.
So this gets better. And I go, "Ma'am, it's because you have the key within proximity of the vehicle." "Well, then how do I check if it's locked?" I'm like, "Ma'am, when you hit
Push the button.
when you hit the button on your remote, it is locked." She goes, "But how do I check?" I'm like, "Ma'am, you don't have to." And
I want to dovetail off this when you're done.
okay, I'm like, "Ma'am, you don't have to." And she goes, "But I need to know it's locked." Okay, ma'am,
Throw your keys in the bush.
if you
There you go.
Everything you're doing is bad.
I want you to know
I want you
this.
to know this.
Ma'am, if you put your keys on my desk and allow me to lock your vehicle, and you go walk out to your vehicle without your keys on you, everything will be locked. She goes, "No, it will not. I'll show you." I'm like,
Okay.
"Absolutely, ma'am."
You're like, let's do this right now.
Absolutely.
Here's $100 on the desk right here.
Absolutely. I'm like, "I will take your keys. I will lock it and I will stay here so it's far enough away from your car that we're sure this will work." So she walks out to the car. She pulls on the driver door.
Guess what?
Oh.
Bitch.
Driver,
It opens.
passenger, rear passenger, and trunk.
Guess what?
And as she's
Weird.
walking back, shaking her head like a crazy person, like,
That's so weird. I've just never heard of that before. Yeah.
I used this opportunity, and yes, it was petty, but it felt fucking amazing. As she's walking up, before she gets to the door, I walk to the door, I open it up, I look at her, and I'm gonna go, "Well, I'm glad that worked."
Oh my god.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And her response?
It felt so good. She goes, "Well, I just don't understand. Well, how do I check if it's locked?"
You don't.
We just
It was a back and forth constantly. I'm like, "Ma'am, you have to understand." I'm like, "Your key, which is to your vehicle, which is meant to let in you as the owner to your vehicle if your vehicle senses the key." I'm like, "It only locks to people who are not meant to be in the car. Period. That's it." And she goes, "Well, do I have to use the key?" I'm like, "No, if you really want to lock the fucking door from inside, step out and shut it, that's fucking fine too. It still works." "Well, it's like, can I check and see if it's locked if I do it that way?" Like, "Ma'am, for fuck's sake."
Yes, if you leave the keys fucking more than 50 feet away or whatever.
I don't recommend teaching this woman how to scan.
I'm like, "No." I'm like, "This is how it works." Just that. And, she's frustrated and freaking out, not knowing what it is. I'm like, "Ma'am, I promise you, if you just use your key, hit the button twice until you hear the horn sound, your car is locked. Don't touch any buttons. Don't pull a door handle, because that will unlock it." I'm like, "When you're walking away, 2 clicks, honky honky, good to leave."
Is this her first car past like the mid-90s?
No, well, probably.
Wow.
Probably. And that's also the other thing. I don't understand
Because that tech has been around for a long time.
these older. Yes, I know the real answer, but it's like in my head with a customer like that who is older, who obviously is not comfortable with that type of technology, go buy a fucking baseline Civic.
There you go.
Does a Civic not have that technology now? Like everything has that technology.
Base models.
There's a lot.
Base model.
There's a lot of base model cars out there that do not have the flashy bullshit.
Yeah, but you wanted the tech package that also came with this, that, and the other. But unfortunately, it was came with the intelligent access.
to listen to my Pandora.
Yeah.
And it's
I just love Frank Sinatra so much.
what is it with old
This one was
people?
Mozart.
What is it with old people and fucking Pandora on a fucking side tangent?
Pandora's
I think
terrible.
it came out
Pandora
before
is
Spotify, so they
shit.
don't know that there's something better out there.
And you wanted to dovetail off of that.
I took my friend car shopping 7 years ago, and she was in the market for a Lexus. Every Lexus model has keyless go.
Yep.
So grab the door handle, it unlocks. Touch the door handle, it locks. Push button, start. Every single car. She was used to her mom's 2006 Toyota Camry. And so, just like this woman, she was used to locking it and checking the door handle. And she had a hard time comprehending that as well. And I had to explain to her, just touch the handle. You hear it beep, it's locked.
Yeah, you're good.
There's no need for you to grab the handle again and pull it twice to make sure
That's
it's
what
locked.
fucking opens it.
Right, exactly. And
It's the
she's-
sequence to open the door.
she got it fairly quickly, probably a lot sooner than this old hag.
Oh my goodness.
We are not
I don't give
elderly
a flying
friendly here.
Fuck.
You're gonna
She
be
shouldn't be
old.
driving. She shouldn't be
Cancelled.
driving.
If cat piss was sentient, that's what it would look like.
Oh my
She
god,
shouldn't be driving.
you guys are
But you know,
terrible.
this woman is in her 40s and Asian, but she eventually got it. So she's probably not the only one. But
Real fast, Allie.
I'm not touching that.
Off of that whole, oh my God, guys, with me, you have to understand my job is bottling all of that all day long
and this
because I have to respect the customer no matter what. This is where I can tell, this is where I get to all over the place.
True.
So I don't blow up on little old cat piss.
So let him piss all over the sofa with cat piss.
Yes.
Not my sofa.
Just blah, 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 blah. Oh, and also to add a little bit of fun to this story, the guys inside of the office while I was explaining to this lady, because when I was outside, I could hear them all losing it inside the freaking office. And when I walked in, I'm like, you guys are dicks. I'm like, do you know how hard it is to keep a straight face and my cool when I'm hearing you guys laugh and she's like, why does my fucking trunk lock?
Yeah.
I'm like, lady, what do you think you have that somebody wants?
People are stupid.
The car's filled with used tissues.
Ew.
I have to. That's gross.
It is gross.
I do have to admit that I really like the feature on our car where the mirrors fold in because I visually know that the car is locked.
The auto fold mirrors.
I think it's just, for me, I just want my mirrors folded.
Well, that too, but like when you're walking away or you're far and you're
'Cause
like,
it
did I
does a
lock the
beep.
car? You turn around, mirrors are in, you know it's.
It does a beep when you get out and close the door, and then as it
Flash the
needs to
lights.
do a second beep
Yeah.
to make sure. And if you walk away too fast, it doesn't do the second beep.
Oh,
so
that's
if I'm jamming away,
that
I
is
can be like, oh, don't know if I heard the beep
Why are
or
you
the
sprinting
mirrors
away from
in.
your
Okay,
car?
and that
I
is
said jamming.
and that is
like
another.
I don't run. Look at me.
That's another problem with customers with the Mazdas and any car that has walkaway. Why doesn't my walkaway work? How fast are you
fuck is
walking
walkaway?
away from your fucking car?
When you walk away from the car, it locks on its own.
You shut the
you
door
don't have to
as you
push-
walk away. It reads that the key is past proximity and it locks.
Mike does not have this tech in his vehicle.
All Teslas are
yes.
like that. My sister's CRV does that.
But people don't get that idea. It's like, it's not, okay, guys, it's not a NASA supercomputer. It's a fucking Mazda. You have to give it a second or fucking two. If you're already walking away
It computes a
and
little
you're
slower
just
than others.
using your fingertips
To close the door,
the
yeah.
door and you're already 3 fucking feet away, it's not going to read it.
Yeah.
I just imagine someone like slamming the door and running away really fast.
And it's like, and I ask people, I'm like, show me what your normal walkaway is. And every single time it doesn't lock because they're either far away or they're moving away. And they're like, well, it should. Well, it doesn't. You can.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can bitch and moan all you fucking want. You want this system to work? This is how it's designed. Follow directions. Your life will become easier.
That's warranty. That is exactly warranty right there. You described it perfectly.
Follow directions.
That's the rules. I'm sorry that it doesn't work the way you want it to, but that's how it is. Sorry. Work with it.
See, I just pull out my fancy Ford Pass app and I check on there to see if my vehicle's locked. And if
Very
it's not,
good.
I press the lock button.
So the Gen 7 Mazdas have that, which has solved a lot of our problems.
Yeah.
The My Mazda app, if it doesn't say it's locked, hit the fucking lock button on the app, car locks. Problem solved.
Yes, it's fantastic.
So more bullshit
Can
customer.
you start the car that way as
Yes,
well?
you can. Now, okay, Mazda's is very lame in the sense
Mazdas
of
are.
yeah. Well, fuck off. There is one shitty thing about Mazdas. A lot of cars, when you do that startup, when you open up the car still runs, but you have to put your foot on the brake, hit the start stop button. That truly starts the vehicle. You can't immediately pull away, which is fine. That's so nobody
Safety.
can hop in the car and drive off. The Mazdas, however, which I do not like, is when you do that start, the minute you open up the door, the car shuts off, which in and of itself completely defeats the fucking purpose.
Right.
Now to like defrost
Wait, so you
the car,
start that would
that's
work
fine.
for that situation.
But for a fucking remote start, you want to hop in the car, put your foot on the brake, hit the start, stop, and go.
Go.
Not
So-
open up the fucking door and it just.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Oh, that is stupid.
Ford has that kind of protection in place with the hood. So if you have your remote start active and you go and pop the hood, the engine shuts off.
Gotcha.
Because they don't want someone to steal with it.
Right.
I actually had to use that my app one time to unlock my truck remotely because Daddy Vic had borrowed my truck, and because we were doing work on his truck, so I told him just to take mine because it was the extra car, and so he was up in the mountains, and out of habit he locked my keys in the truck because he locks his keys in his truck and just uses the keypad.
Oh no.
He didn't have my keypad code, so he texts me. He's like, "Help!"
Yeah.
Not realizing that I had the app, and so
Thank goodness he had service.
I pulled up the app real quick. I unlocked it, and 2 seconds later, thank you.
Yep.
And I texted him the door code, so he had it too.
Nice.
Just in case, but yeah, it has come in clutch.
Yeah. Moving on, I've got one more stupid customer story and then one stupid Mazda story, and that's all of my stories for today.
Yay!
Okay.
Then the podcast
My
is over.
final, I had plenty of time where customers were trying me, but this was the last really like blood boiling one. We have this known customer at the dealer who he's very particular. He's an asshole unless he gets everything that he wants. He thinks he's the nicest person on earth, but he doesn't. And I feel so sorry for his wife because she looks like she's been put through hell. And it's because
So he's a toddler.
and 100% because of the husband. You can just tell they're dynamic.
He's a man toddler.
So he pulls up and I walk out because I'm the only one in the office. I didn't notice it was him, which pissed me off to fucking begin with. And then once I realized it was him, I'm like, well, I'm screwed anyways. He comes in and he's already pissed off. He goes, I want to show you something. He opens up the fucking tailgate and he goes, so this is what happened. And he's got an automatic lift gate. So the rear lift strut is a motor. Both of them are motors. He goes, this strut fell off when my wife lifted up the tailgate. It fell down and broke my tail light. And it's Mazda's problem and they're going to fix it. Okay.
Oh, nice of him to tell you how it's
So
going to be.
first thing, and Mike and Eric will both know this. Maybe you do too, Allie. I don't want to, not include you in this.
Thank you.
Any form of strut, hood, trunk, does not fucking matter like that. For lifting, have retention clips that
Yes.
are fucking tight as shit.
They're a pain in the ass.
They
to
are
open.
a fucking pain in the ass for a reason. It's to hold it there. They are not meant to be easily fucking removed.
Yeah.
For that fucking reason. So keep this in mind. You got to use a fucking flathead screwdriver,
Yeah.
and you still got to pry on the motherfuckers.
And support the door with your
Correct.
shoulder while you
Correct. And you have to be careful with them, because if you overdo it, you lose the tension. Clip is fucking worthless. Keep this in mind.
You're
Okay.
replacing them anyways, but anyways.
Correct.
Moving on.
So they go, this is blah, 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 blah. So first I look at the strut, at the tension clip. The tension clip is finger tight. I literally grabbed it with my fingernails, pulled it, came loose.
Yeah.
First fucking red flag. I'm like, sir, these aren't loose. I'm like, you should never fucking be able to pull this off with your fingers, let alone as easily as I just did. And I show him with the other one. I'm like, these things are gnarly. They're not going to do this. And he goes, well, it failed, so it must be a manufacturer defect, and they owe me a taillight. So I ask, has the car ever had body work? Oh, of course it has. Where?
Of course it has.
Yeah.
Where? The trunk. They replaced the trunk, or they fixed the
fucking
trunk.
Idiot.
Like, okay, this is it. Wherever you had this
Go
done,
back to your body shop.
yes, wherever you had this done, they damaged something putting it back. Do you know if they replaced the strut or reused it? No, they reused it. They just had to repair the trunk, the actual lid. Okay, they fucked this up. I'm sorry. There is no other way around this. I have never seen one of these fail. Ever.
Yeah.
And he goes, no. And I'm like, your shop needs to repair this for you. He goes, no. I've known this guy and forever. And he would tell me straight up. I'm like, first off, is he the one? And I did ask him this respectfully. Is he the one doing the repairs? Well, no, it's his shop. It's one of his guys. Let me tell you, one of his guys probably damaged something, whether intentionally, accidentally, whether he told the guy or not, something was not communicated with this. And he goes, no, his guys wouldn't lie to him. Sir, that's bullshit. I'm like, if they fucked something up, they don't, either way, not fucking important. This is not a fucking covered item. So he calls the guy while I'm standing there and goes, hey, Marty, whatever the fuck his name is.
McFly.
I'm standing here at Mazda and this guy's telling me that you guys fucked up the repair. And that, the clip just fell out of the fucking hood strut. And I can hear the guy go, no. If that was going to fail, it would have failed within the first week. Says the fuck who?
Yeah.
So he hangs up and he goes, see, I told you. I'm like, sir, with all due respect, the owner of the shop is not going to admit that he fucked something up. He has to fix it for fucking free. Oh, he wouldn't do that to me. Okay, we're not getting anywhere. Sir, I'd be more than happy to fix this for you, truly, and we'll get it done right. But this is not a warrantable item.
Yep.
I love you.
And he go, you will have to pay for it. Well, what about my extended service contract?
Nope.
No. And he goes, well, why not? Because they're going to ask for photos, you fucking idiot. I'm like, they will ask for proof. These companies aren't stupid.
Yeah, we can't just give it away for free.
So I'm like,
Sorry.
nothing will work. If you want to do it out of pocket, I will handle it for you. So he finally goes, fine. I knew I was going to get fucked anyways and that Mazda wouldn't be there for me.
Oh, God.
And I'm like,
Wow, that's a good way to start.
I know. And I'm like, sir, it's not Mazda, truly, but I will fix this for you. So he
Truly.
goes, well, how much is this going to fucking cost me? I'm like, I don't know, but I can get you a quote. He goes, that's probably going to be fucking like $3,000 or something because you guys always screw us with labor costs. I'm like, sir, this will probably be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half of labor. It's a couple of screws, and my techs are generous with this type of stuff. It doesn't take them a lot. He goes, oh, it's like, when it's $3,000, I'll look at you and say, I told you so. So I get the quote, and I get the quote for parts and labor, and it comes out to just over $1,000. And I go, sir, it's little over $1,000. He goes, well, I suppose or whatever, something along the lines, well, I suppose that's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. Whatever. So I ordered the parts for him, and I go, it's no problem. We'll get them ordered, because they know one of the salespeople very well. The one.
Oh, I know who they know.
Yeah, which does not surprise me. But and
They all know that person.
and he goes, well, and you're gonna give me a veteran discount, right? I'm like, sir, I'd be more than happy to give you a veteran's discount since you served this country.
5%.
Thank you for your service. Hey, guess who I met at the dentist office?
Oh yeah.
Mother.
I met Michael. Guess who I met at the dentist office?
Who'd you meet?
I met an 102-year-old World War II veteran.
Really?
Yes.
How did that conversation start?
Oh, it was like, it opened with that. He was very proud. Well, and he was there with his lady, his caretaker lady.
How was
How
your
did that
And she told
conversation
me.
start with a random 102-year-old person?
Well, I was talking. He said something to me, and I said something to him, and he couldn't hear me.
I have a
so
feeling
she's
you
like,
started that
"You
conversation."
have to talk louder," and she's like, "He's 102.
the
He's a World War II vet." Well, also he was wearing like a hat. like a
course he was.
veteran's
They
hat, and I
all
said
are.
thank you for your service, and she said that he was in a World War II veteran.
Very cool.
A World War II.
How was your grandma's centennial birthday?
Oh, it was fantastic. There's about 100 people.
Congratulations.
One person for each year.
Yeah, congratulations to your grandmother for
you.
making it to triple dig.
Yeah.
What's
she made
the
it to
secret?
100.
Live your life.
She's very humble and she's kind and
Sorry, Jake.
Yeah, I want to die.
She's as sweet as apple pie and the matriarch of the family. And she's
Nice.
The words describing this woman with everyone's speeches were regal and classy and queen, and it just everything you can imagine. She's
That's awesome.
a wonderful human being.
That's awesome.
Her husband, my
Very good.
grandfather, lived to 102.
Those
Oh,
are
really?
also the words I used to describe you.
And
Queens.
and my grandmother on my mom's side lived to 97.
Jeez.
Oh wow!
You're gonna be around forever.
Good genes.
Have
The
fun with
women of
that.
my family live long as well. Sorry, Jake.
Ish.
Damn.
Why are you sorrying me?
because
Everybody dies
because
early
you
on
have
my
to
side.
deal with me for a
Oh.
long time.
Gotcha. So my final story.
Thank God.
I know it's been a long-winded one.
I like your stories.
Thank you. Appreciate
Welcome to Jake States.
it. Ooh, I like it. Actually, the podcast is called Michael Allows.
That's fair.
Your balls a
That's fair.
tug tit fucker.
So
That's
Canceled.
fair. See?
Cancel.
See?
there it
Doesn't
is.
allow.
if he,
Not allowed.
if he
Disallowed.
wills it.
Yeah. Case in point.
Now it's on to a Mazda fuck you. We have had a lot of cars recently show up with a chirping noise going from second to third or third to fourth.
Okay.
And we call tech line with anything that's like that, anything transmission, we have to. And every single one, needs a trans. Fine. Easy peasy, no big deasy. In lies the problem of
You don't build transmissions?
no, we don't build trans.
A lot
But
of manufacturers don't.
right.
What?
But the problem is with this is these customers who we have called, we've told them, hey, Mazda has authorized a transmission. We're going to replace it. You're going to get a new part. Everything will be good to go. Everybody's happy. Fine. The issue is number one, the transmissions are fairly intergalactic back ordered right now. And we were told, some of them were that we had from September it's going to be late December. Now the ones who we're getting here, we're looking at mid-February, late March, which means a lot of time customers out of a vehicle who they are paying for, still under factory warranty, etc. Okay, we clear all of that. We get an email the other day. Yes.
Why is so if this is just a noise in between shifts, why are these, and you're not tearing them down and you're just getting a unit, why are these considered vehicle off-road? Why is the customer out of the vehicle? Like the customer should be still driving the vehicle until the part comes in.
Because the mentality of it's not safe or something, and no matter how you try and explain it to them that the vehicle is completely fine, it's just a noise, there's nothing wrong with the shift patterns, it does not matter. It is hard set. I want a vehicle where I pay for it. It should work properly.
Is that Mazda's standpoint behind it as well?
No. We have customers who I have had where they're like, "That's no big deal. If your tech tells me it's safe to drive, I'm fine with it."
No, but I mean, like, does Mazda allow for rental coverage in the interim while the parts are not available?
Only
Loaners.
so it has to be loaners if you have it available. If you don't have it available, it's only for a couple of days, and then you have to have it authorized. But Mazda can see when your loaners become available, and you immediately have to take the customer out of the rental and put them into a loaner. So if you have one, it's just easier to throw them into a loaner.
Also, they think that you can get a rental vehicle for $35 a day.
Right. Which some of the local agencies work with us. Other of them tell you to sit and spin, which I get it.
Yeah. They're all changing their rates right now.
Right.
Be
So
prepared for that.
we get an email the other day that says, hey, it starts off great. Hey guys, just want to let you know we are aware of the transmission back orders. We have figured out what the problem was. We are now going back into full production where transmissions will become available much, much sooner. However, we are going to randomly pick people where fuck you, you don't get a transmission, you just get a torque converter.
Oh.
Was this the affected component?
Correct. Where you just get a torque converter. Herein lies the problem. What do you want me to fucking do when a customer who has already been told they're going to get a fucking transmission and you try and explain to them, JK, you just get a metal disc?
Because they were gonna get a big thing for free, and
It's
now
not a metal disc. It's a fluid coupler. Okay, first of all, let's get that.
okay,
let's
You
get that
fucking knew
straight.
better, Jacob.
A mechanical jelly donut.
Okay, yeah. Also, very good. Yeah,
So there-
I'll give that a ring.
Okay.
I'll give that a ring.
But that's the problem. It's like Mazda goes, figure it out. If I call my customer, if I'm one of the ones that gets that, where I have to call and go, because you have to. They're going to see the fucking repair order. It's not going to say transmission assembly. It's going to say fucking torque converter. And no matter how you fucking explain that, in their mind, it's, I got cheated. This isn't the proper repair. I was told one thing and now it
Customer's
wasn't.
perception is their reality.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. And it's like, that's the Mazda fuck you. It's like, I get it from this point moving forward. If you guys want to do torque converters for this, that's fine. But how the fuck do you explain
Don't
that
tell
to
me I'm getting a trans
Right.
and I'm only
Because-
replacing one
especially, and on top of that, your agents who clear the repair of a transmission, who we have to get clearance from, that means nothing now. What's the fucking point?
Well, and I can also see someone perceiving that as a band-aid. Well, you were going to give me a whole
You are
transmission.
one- that is 100.
And now you're just giving me this one part, and so
100%.
it's not the full thing.
Every-
you know?
every once in
Even
a
though I
while-
know that's not what it is, but
Every once in a while, you'll get a customer that'll be like, oh, you can say like, well, Mazda came out with an updated repair procedure and like it really just needs this one component and it's fine. Like the thing that we had before was overanalyzed, blah, blah. You can, some of them you can work around.
The Radiant Queen in the back.
Yes.
Well, I was actually going to touch on that as well before Michael interrupted Allie from talking, who interrupted Jacob. So
I think we're participating. We're not interrupting, and that was rude.
actually, we're talking over each other, and I'm sure it's driving some of our listeners nuts. But I actually, in my mind as well, it was going to be all in the delivery because the way that you word it with the customer, it's, hey, Mazda has had time to look into this concern and they actually found out that it's just the torque converter, so we only need to replace your torque converter. The good thing is you don't need an entire transmission. So I think it's all in delivery and how you tell the customer.
And I will agree with you both with that. The problem is not everybody is going to accept that.
No, yeah, a lot of people
Absolutely.
aren't going to be
Right.
receptive to that.
Absolutely, but I think the delivery is going to be everything and going to solve 8 out of your 10 problems.
True. And you're right, it will solve 80. It's just unfortunately that 20% completely outweighs the 80.
They're louder.
Because it's like they're going to pick you apart like a rotisserie chicken.
That's what service advisors are for.
I know.
You are a punching bag.
Any hoozle.
You know who is not a punching bag?
Our sponsors?
That's right. We love you so much, Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing, supplying us with Justice Brothers products. I need more JB80.
And Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore. We love you very much. Thank you for your creamy guac.
And Nick Lowry from Herder.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Because he hasn't brought him his boots yet.
Oh, they're on intergalactic back order.
I have a giant hole in the back of my boot.
Look,
Nicholas.
There's a hole in my boots.
there's a snake in my boot.
Thank you to Norman Glazier and Dale Follett. We appreciate you. And thank you to Bruce Vane.
For these sweet, sweet tunes.
Snickers no longer has a dick vein.
You
Womp
can
womp.
you can check out our merchandise and our videos and all of our stuff if you
All that
search
fun stuff.
Customer States Podcast on basically any platform.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking proud of you.
.com is our website where you can buy our merch.
Merch. Don't besmirch the merch.
Ooh.
That's good. I like that one.
I miss Eric saying merchandising.
Merchandising. Nobody ever responds to it, so I stopped doing it.
I love it every time.
But,
It's a good standard. Very good.
Holidays are coming up, so
Yes.
Spaceballs,
happy
toilet
holidays.
paper.
Real
Right,
fast.
Spaceballs the flamethrower.
Yes. Real fast before we end this and the tunes. What is everyone's favorite Thanksgiving dish? Out of curiosity. It can be anything.
Oh, I thought this was a joke.
No. What is everybody's favorite Thanksgiving dish? It can be dessert, whatever.
I was having a conversation with my work Allie today, and we were talking about that.
Oh, Allie.
Yes. I think I'm a sucker for mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Those are my go-to carbs, mashed potatoes.
Allie.
Stuffing.
Okay. Michael.
I'm kind of weird, but I like
You better not say
mashed potatoes with the cranberry.
Cranberry.
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
And I'm a hard tie between stuffing and mashed potatoes.
My second is green bean casserole.
Oh God!
No,
Okay,
you're
Those
not.
were going to be the next words out of my mouth. Was I
Okay,
hope none of you
she
say
ma-
the green bean.
she
fucking
I
makes-
make
casserole.
some fucking
It
never
better
from
not
the
be-
can.
Thank you.
Never
That's
from the
gonna
can.
be The next
They
words out of
make
my mouth.
cans of green bean vegetables.
We're
That's
doing
disgusting.
pancetta.
Assholes.
We're doing crispy onions. We're doing boars and cheese.
I would like to request a small
Deal.
You got it.
dish
Man, bro, when are you inviting me over for food? Like
Friendsgiving.
fresh,
Friendsgiving? Are we doing Friendsgiving this year?
Yeah,
fucking
let's do it.
fresh
Always.
green beans.
Always.
And I don't overcook them. They
I
have
want
like
them to have a
a
little
tender
snap,
snap.
to them. Yes.
And with that,
Fuck
we
yeah.
say,
Fuck you.
Yum. Fucking yum.
Wait,
Love you.
is next week?
No.
No,
we
it's
love
gonna
But
be-
is this their Thanksgiving?
Oh,
No, they're
happy
gonna-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
yes.
happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They're going
Happy
to be hearing
Thanksgiving
it a
to
week
all of
after
you. Enjoy
Thanksgiving.
your holiday with all of your family.
Oh, this
and
is going to come a
friends
week
and-
after Thanksgiving. We missed
Yes,
it.
and all of that jazz. So we hope you guys had a wonderful fucking holiday. We'll tell you how much food we fucking ate when we get back.
Oh, yeah, that will be an update for
And-
sure.
We're thankful for you.
We
Thank you
are.
for
We are
listening.
thankful for our listeners and our sponsors.
love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Gay.
Ow. Love you.
Something smells delicious in here.
Yeah, it does. I'm hungry. Jake, are you eating El Ranchito Taco Shop?
That looks amazing. What did you order?
Tacos.
What?
Guac.
Jake, are you choking? Get out of my way, Michael. He needs the Heimlich.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening again. Jake, you know you're allergic to avocado. One generic allergy medication later. Are you okay?
Yeah. Almost dying is so worth it to have some El Ranchito creamy guac. Thanks, Eric, for trying to save me, even though I wasn't joking.
I know. I just wanted to get you from behind.
Well, I guess this is a good time to tell everybody that if you're ever in the Inland Empire and are craving some great Mexican food, visit El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Seriously, I follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
El Ranchito Taco Shop.
More than just great Mexican food.